welcome back to my channel. Today I have something really funny planned. I was cleaning my house and going through a bunch of totes and stuff, and I found all my old cell phones that I have ever had, not including the one that I currently have. So the earliest one that I have dates back to roughly 2006, I think is when I got it. And I don't know why I've kept all of these. It truly is a mystery to me. So I'm going to insert a clip of them all lined up from the very first phone I ever got to the one I had right before my current phone. So this is my very first cell phone, which would have been around 2006. And then this is the one I got after, which slides open like that. And then I got this one, which slides open like that. It's got a full keyboard. And then I believe this one does too. Yep. This one, which I don't know if you can see how much dust is in this screen. So I broke this at a party one night, and I went and got the screen replaced, and the screen they put in there allowed a bunch of dust to get under there. Oh, there, you can see it now. And yeah. And then right after that I got this one, which I have tape over the top of this because I had to use it for a while in this condition. This also was from a party that I was at with some friends, and I was very drunk and we were leaving, and I dropped my entire purse on the ground and a case of beer and a fifth of whiskey, and just all chaos ensued. But anyways, so yeah, that one got shattered. Then I got this one right after to replace this one since I broke it. Then this one, and then this is the one I had right before the one I am currently using, which the one I'm currently using I've only had for a few months. So this isn't that old, but I am noticing that a lot of these are LGs, except for a few Samsungs, and then this one is a ZTE. Other than that, I've always had either an LG or a Samsung, which is pretty funny, except for this one, which this one, I can't remember who made this. Maybe it says somewhere on here. I know it's through Virgin Mobile, which I did have. This was a pay-as-you-go phone, so I think it's just their own brand, I'm assuming. But yeah, so I think that's super funny. This is just an old flip phone. I'm gonna find out if any of these turn on, and if they do, what is on them. And I think it's so funny I kept these, and I really have no idea why I did. But yeah, here's the 8 cell phones I had before this one. Very interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, let's see if any of these turn on. My current phone I've had for about probably 3 months now. I've had it, give or take. So I'm gonna go through all of those phones, and I want to see if any of them will turn on, and if they will, I'm really curious as to what will be on them, especially since one of them is from 2006. I'm not sure any of these will turn on except for the one I literally just had before now. So I'm gonna go through each of them and we're gonna see if they work and see what kind of funny stuff is on them. So originally when I was younger, I didn't want to own a cell phone, and I don't know why I finally broke down and got one, but I was so against them for the longest time because I thought people relied on them too much. But technology happens whether you want it to or not. So first cell phone I got was one of those little pay-as-you-go phones, which was this Virgin Mobile Oyster, I think it was called, by Kyocera. I do not have the charger for this, so if this will not turn on, there's no way for me to charge it to see if it will turn on. It's a very small adapter, so I don't even have anything that would work for it. But yeah, it's just this little tiny white flip phone, and this was back when you had to use the numbers to type anything. So if you wanted to type, like, I think the worst was anything that was P, Q, R, or S, because you had to press it like 4 times just to get to the letters you wanted. But I swear eventually you got so quick at it. So obviously we're not touch screen. I think you could go on the internet with these, but it really wasn't worth it. And since it was a pay-as-you-go phone, you would wait until like 9 p.m. or a weekend so that you wouldn't have to pay extra per text. I think it was like 10 cents a text or something like that. So let's see if this one turns on. Oh, of course it won't. This would have been the one that I would have wanted to turn on the most. Kind of curious to see if I can find a charger for these. Yeah, it does not turn on, so we'll move on to the next one, but I think this is really funny. So yeah, this is 2006 era flip phone, which is ridiculous. Then this one was the one I got right after, which I thought was upgraded, and I'm noticing how small these are. Like, this is incredibly small. This is smaller than like a pack of gum. But yeah, this one I thought was really cool because it slid up, which this was called the LG chocolate, and I went with cherry. And this one I heavily use, like the number keys are even worn down. Let me see if I can get this one to turn on. I have a feeling none of these are going to, and I'm really sad about that. Yeah, this was also the first phone that I got through a cell phone provider, and I think this was back when I only had to pay like $50 a line or something like that. And I think it was still like, you know, you could only do so many texts per day or something like that. I don't know if anyone ever remembers the Sidekick. It was a phone where you could like flip the screen out and it would turn sideways and then you could flip it back down. I really wanted one of those because it had a full keyboard, because my fingers are kind of big, so I always wanted a full keyboard and I could never afford that one. But then Verizon came out with this one, which was the Samsung Intensity 2. And it's got a full keyboard and it slides shut sideways. This one I probably had longer than most of my cell phones, and again, will not turn on. I wish I kept the chargers for these. I don't even know what kind of charger this took. Oh, you know what? This takes a micro. I'm kind of tempted to try to find a micro charger and see if I can get this to turn on, because it is a micro charger. I'm gonna see if I can get this to turn on. Alright, I found a micro charger. Let's see if we can get this bad boy to turn on, which, here's a close-up of what this one looks like. It's purple. And yeah, it slides open like that. Let's find out. Oh my god, it's turning on. This is exciting. I'm really curious as to see what's on this. I don't remember how long ago I had this phone. Wow. So, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm gonna record with my cell phone as well because I want you guys to see this. So yeah, turning on this Samsung. That is the lock screen picture. This is me at work. I have no idea how long ago this was, but this is funny. What happens if I open it this way? Interesting. Oh, I don't even remember how to do anything on this phone. Menu, media center. Ooh, I had music on here. My ringtones. Oh my goodness. This is funny. Hold on. This used to be my ringtone for the longest time, which I know this is going to flag me for copyright, but that's fine. Leaf. Alexis on Fire. This is from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Same as this. I loved this as my ringtone. I thought it was so fitting. This is cracking me up. Oh wow, I actually have a lot of photos on here. I can't really tell what some of these are. I have 42 photos. Let me look through these real quick, and if I find anything cool, I will record it. Hey Madison! Yeah? I got one of them to turn on. What? Those cell phones. Did you really? Yeah. What one? You can open the door. Oh geez, are your pictures still on it? Yeah, open the door, I'll show you. I miss those phones. I could type so fast on those. Dude, those first two I couldn't get to turn on. And this is the first one that they started using micro. Kind of like trying to see if I can find chargers for those. Oh, I'm really curious. Different ones that you don't have anymore? Yeah, it's just a super tiny little jack. I don't know what that's supposed to be. What one is this? Does this just flip slides open? Up. Oh, I'm gonna crack it in half. It's an LG chocolate is what it was called. I remember those actually. Hell yeah, dude. There's like not much even you can do on this phone. No. Play Snake? Can you get on the internet with it? Oh, there's messages from my friend Tammy. There's messages from my ex. I didn't really find anything cool on that phone, so I guess we'll move on to the next one. Oh wow, that was only plugged in for 2 seconds and it is already fully charged. Pretty sure this is the next phone I had after that. Because I remember this was one of the last ones you could slide upwards. And I think this was I don't remember what this was called. LG something. I don't remember the name of this phone. Let me see if I can get this one to turn on. It is turning on. Now this is the one that in the video clip I showed you guys had a ton of dust trapped under the screen. And that is because I stepped on Alright, it's telling me some weird battery alert. So I'm guessing that means we will not be able to look at this, which is fine because I don't want to possibly have a phone blow up or anything like that. But yeah, this one was just one of those, I believe this was the last kind that you could slide open like this before they stopped doing that and went full touch screen. This one, yeah, I stepped on the screen, I got the screen replaced, but the place that I got it done at was a very low-end place. Even though they charged me a lot, the quality was low-end, and I know ever since I got it back after they replaced the screen, somehow stuff was able to get trapped under the screen, and it made it very difficult to use. So eventually I just said screw it, and I ended up getting another phone, which is the one I will show you guys next. And this one, unfortunately, had a very similar fate to that last one, and I also drunkenly broke the screen on this one, but I had to use this for a long time because I feel like I broke this one shortly after I replaced it. And because, you know, cell phones are not cheap, I want to say I had to stick with this one for a long time. So there's a layer of tape over all of this shattered glass, so it won't cut me or anything like that. But I do remember that it sucked because I had a hard, you obviously can't see very well on the screen because the screen's so shattered. Well, let's see if we can get this one to turn on. This one is a Samsung. I don't remember what kind this was. Let me see if it says underneath this. It does not. I don't remember what this one was called. I'm going to keep that phone cover off of it. I'm going to try to get this one to work. I don't know if this one will turn on. I feel like this one got a little too banged up to work properly, but maybe. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to have like any power going to it. Oh, wait. I got the screen to light up a little bit. Now this one would probably be from like, I would say 2014 or 2015. Probably 2015. Okay, so this is the Samsung Galaxy Light is what this one is called. And it looks like it is going to power on, so like I said, I don't know what's going to be on any of these phones. I obviously didn't delete anything off of these really because I kept them. So apparently I didn't delete anything because I wasn't too concerned about anyone seeing what was on them or anything like that. But yeah, so as you can see, this is the screen I had to deal with day in and day out with all of these cracks on it. Let's see if there's anything on this phone. Apparently it's still logged into my Messenger. I can't read what's in my Messenger, but it's on there. As well as Instagram. I kind of don't remember how to navigate this phone. Pocket Mortys is the one game that's on here. I don't know if you ever played the game Pocket Mortys, but it was popular for a minute, and I have a ton of photos on here actually. Hey Madison, you're gonna want to see this phone. I have 260 photos on this one.
Oh shit.
And the very first one that popped up when I opened it, that's from like 4 years ago.
Wait, who is who? I'm so confused.
That's you right there.
It is.
Yeah, this is from the alien one. This is so funny. These photos are so poor quality. Everything in the black light. I drew a dick on his face.
Oh my god.
I don't think I can really show a lot of these photos because Tank is
Oh my god, Tank is a lobster.
Oh, there you are.
Yep, all blurry.
Your hair looks blonde in there.
It was.
So this one has a lot of photos on it, but they're not photos I can show because they involve a lot of other people and a lot of drinking, and because they're not of me, it's not really my, you know, my place to say that that's okay. So some of these I can't even tell what I'm looking at.
Whoa.
I'm wondering if I saved screen captures from any of that on here. I wish I could share this with the world, but
Dude,
I can't.
It would be so funny.
Oh, but that's
God.
him for sure.
That's fucking weird, dude.
Dude, this is a terrible idea. There's stuff on these phones. It's such a weird concept to go through a time capsule of your life from however long ago. And wow, like a lot of the stuff on these phones is things that I forgot completely about. So one of the things I just exclaimed that I had to have my friend Madison come in my room and look at was I had screen captures from back when I told somebody I had feelings for them that were not reciprocated, along with some other messages, very much a part of my life at some point. And it's just, it's weird. It's real weird to like, I don't know, this is just crazy to me to like go back and look through these things. Like, what is life? Dude, why did I think I was so smooth? Sorry, I got sucked into this phone. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to edit. I actually found text messages from someone that is no longer here, and it kind of got me for a second, so I kind of just, I'm gonna shut this one off. It's making me depressed. So we have 3 more phones to go. So far, this one has had the most substantial stuff on it. This phone is from roughly 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And a lot of the stuff on this phone, that if this phone got into the wrong hands, I would be not fucked. That's the wrong word for it. I would be embarrassed if someone got this phone. There's a lot of stuff on here that I even forgot about, to be honest with you. I was going through a lot in my life at this point in time. But yes, this one actually made me laugh a lot. I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this out because I had to call my friend in here to witness some of this, because some of the stuff she was around for. Yeah, this one is, I wish I knew a way to get the pictures off of this phone. I'm gonna have to see if I can get the pictures off this phone because some of these are hilarious. So next I have I wish these said what they were on them. It'd be so much more helpful. This is another LG phone. For some reason, I had a thing with LG and Samsung. See if I can get this one to turn on. Now, some of these, I know the batteries may have gone bad, so they might not hold a charge in order to turn on. They were also in a very damp area of my house where we've been having mold issues because of this just being an old house in general and it needing to get re-insulated and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm surprised that some of these have even turned on at all, because I definitely expected them to be a little worse for wear. Yeah, it looks like this one's not going to turn on. So that is 6 phones down. We're moving on to the last 2. This one my brother gave me because I was having an issue with those other ones. And this is probably the biggest cell phone I've ever had. I think this might be bigger than my current cell phone. Actually, my current cell phone is slightly bigger, which right now I have the Samsung Galaxy, I think it's called 21A, A21, 21A, one of the two, but it's a Samsung Galaxy. This one's a little wider, but it's shorter, and I thought this phone was insanely big, but apparently, this thing to me almost seems like a tablet. Yeah, this thing is huge compared to, I feel like the first 3 phones that I had are probably like a cumulative to this size. I don't know if this one's gonna turn on either, but yeah, that one's not gonna turn on either. So last but not least, this one I know will turn on. This one is the one I had right before my current cell phone, and it is an LG, of course. And this one I actually liked quite a bit. The screen started to crack though, which you can't really see that well in here, which has got 2 cracks in it. And the battery had a hard time. It was starting to slow down where it was staying charged, and it was glitching out quite a bit. And I had this phone probably for the longest out of all the cell phones I've ever had. I had this one for, I want to say 3 years, and eventually it stopped functioning the way it should, and I knew I needed to get a better phone that was going to last better, especially since there's a lot of things I want to do on phone. And I gotta say, it's funny over the years to see how technology has changed. But yeah, it's interesting to go back and see how much technology has changed from when, cell phones were first really an attainable everyday person thing. I remember when I was in high school, everybody had the Razor cell phone. I don't remember who made it. I think it might have been Kyocera. I have no idea. But I remember everybody had a Razor phone, and I didn't want one. My first cell phone I got was that little flip phone. And even though I got the flip phone, I could have gotten better technology at the time, but because I didn't really want a cell phone, that's why I just went with a little flip phone, pay as you go, because I was trying to be in the, I don't care type phase of just like, technology isn't important to me. But when you think about how much things have changed from then to now, it's very necessary, and it's hard to go through your daily life without technology. Like, and it's crazy to think that that's how much it's changed in such a short period of time. Like, the technology boom seems like it just so fast. I remember we had a computer growing up, and it was weird to think you were just like, you could type whatever you needed to look up on Google and it would find it for you. And seeing how much it's advanced in the past few years in general is just wild, and it kind of scares me a bit to see what's going to happen in the future. I feel like people already spend too much time on their phones instead of like actually interacting, which I know this year it hasn't really been possible to interact with people like you normally would, but in general I feel like people do rely on their cell phone too much. I still think that's a problem. And the fact that our phones are capable of doing all these crazy things and sometimes amazing things, it just makes me feel like people are pulling away from each other, and they shouldn't be. Do I use my cell phone every day? Yes. I'm no different than everybody else. It's just a weird thing to think about, that we're basically carrying around these little computers all day, every day, and they're just at our fingertips for whatever you could possibly think you would need a phone for. So I don't know if you guys will find this video interesting or not, or boring or whatever. I just thought it was really funny that I kept all these cell phones, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Some of them I do want to see if I can get some information off of them. I want to see if I can find a charger for the first two, because those ones I feel like are going to have some really interesting stuff on them, because they're like the first phones that I had. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this video. Do you have anything weird that you've kept throughout your life that you've accidentally collected and not had planned on it but did anyways? I'd really love to know. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. I just thought it was something weird and funny to share with you guys. Not too interesting, so if you don't like it, I understand. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.